Alright guys, we gotta talk about the main event of Night of Champions last night. Before I do that, I'm gonna say the show was great, but the main event, the ending, is what we're gonna talk about because I have a lot to say about the decline of the Bloodline. So, the main event was Sami and Kevin Owens versus Solo and Roman. But before we do that, make sure you like this video, subscribe, and elbow drop that notification button because I make videos every week. And we also got our first sponsor. So I hope you guys enjoy it. Now let's hear a word from our sponsor. This video is sponsored by SeatGeek. If you don't know what SeatGeek is a ticket app that takes the confusion out of buying tickets. They out a 0 to 10 score on each ticket to know whether you're getting a good or a bad deal. The green bubble means good, the yellow button means fair, and obviously the red equals bad. Now you're probably wondering, why am I telling you all this? Well, it's because once you download the SeatGeek app for the first time, you get $20 off your first purchase. If you're watching this on Instagram, the link to the app will be in my bio. If you're watching this on YouTube, the link to the app will be in the description below. Now I'm going to show you how the app works. Once you're in the SeatGeek app, it'll automatically show you all the upcoming events that's going on near you. There's a whole bunch of stuff going on in my place, like Drake and 21 Savage. But for me, I'm trying to go to AEW Collision soon. Now, as you can see, all the green bubbles show great prices for you, and that's fitting and the less expensive prices. As you can see, most of them are pretty cheap. And you go down and then you see the red. And as you can see, the red is $1,600. Nobody wants to pay that much. So once you get your tickets, you can also look at this as the listings and make it easier for you. Click on the one that you want. It'll show you all the details and how you can refund if you don't want them. After that, you click continue. It'll show you everything from there, shows you the event, shows you all the detail, once again, how many tickets. Then you click on have code and put in code NEZ. So once again, when you download the app, you can use code NEZ to get $20 off your first purchase. And thank you so much for SeatGeek for sponsoring this video. Alright, so obviously in the ending, Sami and Kevin retained the titles as we knew. And this was the most satisfying picture. After they won, Sami holding the titles against Roman, it was beautiful. But we gotta talk about how it happened. Now we all know that for these past couple weeks, Roman has been bullying the Usos after them losing the titles. He's been shoving them in their face, and he's just been straight up being really mean to them and boiling them and getting under their skin, which was absolutely insane. We knew at one point it was finally going to happen. Then near the end of the match, the Usos came to save Roman and Solo, but instead they accidentally super kicked Solo. And Roman only saw that part. They didn't see the part where Sami got super kicked from the Usos. So obviously he got in their face. He shoved Jimmy. He shoved Jay and was like, there's no more day one. Get out of my ring. And then Jimmy finally had enough. And he super kicked Roman. And I popped. The world popped. Saudi popped. It was insane. I was like, finally. And we all thought it was going to be Jay to do it first. But Jimmy finally is the one that interfered because he was upset the most about everything. Jay was shocked, but it was crazy how that pop happened. So Jimmy finally did it. Roman got what he was, whatever was coming to him. And it was incredible. Jay was like, what are you doing, bro? Like, come on, don't do that. That's our tribal chief. And Jimmy was like, I'm doing what you should have done a long time ago, which is insane because if what he's talking about is from 2020. If you guys don't remember, when Roman and Jay had beef when Roman first won the titles at Clash of Champions, in 2020. And that's what he's bringing up. Like, you should have did that a long time ago. Instead of joining him, you should have went against him. So I like the little callback. Shout out to Jimmy for the callback. It made sense. And of course, I enjoy everything about this. Then Jimmy says, I got you, and super kicks Roman again. And we popped again. It was incredible. And then afterwards, Jimmy and Jay leave. Jay's still shocked. He doesn't know what to do. He's in a crossroads once again, just like how he was at the Royal Rumble. He didn't know what side to pick, but he left with his brother. So now he's starting to think of what Sammy was doing. Sammy was trying to protect him the whole time. And now after seeing his brother try to protect him, he understands what's going on. So it's getting under his skin. Now he's now trying to understand, like, hey, maybe Sammy was right once he saw his brother come and actually do something about it. So now we gotta see how Jay is gonna respond. We all know how Roman's gonna respond, so SmackDown's gonna be something. But now we gotta really talk about it. Is he gonna defend the titles against Jimmy and Jay at Money in the Bank? What is gonna happen? Because now this opens up even something bigger, because not only did Roman Reigns get screwed over, it's time to really talk about another thing, which is insane to me because the Bloodline story is going to get even crazier, because not only Roman Reigns is the issue that he has to deal with the Usos, but we still haven't heard from Jay. How does he feel about this whole situation? Because like I said, he's been in a crossroads, but the biggest thing is Solo. How is he going to respond? Because remember, his brothers just costed him the titles and super kicked him. So how is he going to respond? Is he going to be on Roman's side or is his brother's side? So that makes things even crazier in the Bloodline storyline. I have no idea how this is going to work, but we know at the end of the day, this is going to be the end of the Bloodline. Now, we're going to see what happens through there, because so much can happen. We can have it just be Roman and Solo for the rest of the time, or Solo can leave and join with his brothers again, and Roman will be all alone. And that would lead to finally him losing it, hopefully at SummerSlam, since he'll probably be all alone with the Bloodline not being together anymore. So now it's going to get in Roman's head that he doesn't have a group anymore. He doesn't have a family to depend on. So I think that's what's going to be the decisive thing. And then we'll finally get Cody and Roman back, and Cody win at SummerSlam. That's just my opinion, but we'll see what happens from there. But overall, last night was insane. What did you guys think about the show? Did you guys like the ending? Do you think it was too early? Or just let me know in the comments. Once again, this has been NezReacts, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Love you guys.